Hello my darlings, and I hope you're doing very well. If you're new here, welcome my dear. Please join the family, subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram where we have a lot of fun and updates every day. Okay guys, so again, I don't want to repeat myself in every single video, but currently I don't have a home. I'm literally homeless. First time in my life. Since I was I think 18, I was a homeowner. I had my own place, I felt safe. It ended in 2020. So I'm homeless at the moment. I'm waiting to get to South Africa and I'm currently in my mom's house recording videos for you. So as I took everything with me to my mom's house, I was able to browse through everything, repack, unpack, repack again. So I thought, since I have everything on my plate, this plate at the moment, I'm just gonna go through my perfume collection with you again, because there have been so many changes again since I last recorded it like a few months ago. I feel like it's really worth doing an update. And today I am gonna do my niche fragrances, because I don't think there's any other category that grew so much like this one. So let me just go through the fragrances. I'm gonna just briefly talk about them. There are a few brands that I'm not sure if I should consider niche or what basically. So I'm just gonna include them and you decide yourself, and maybe I will start with these ones. So again, I'm not sure if I should consider it niche, but you know, it's not widely available and it's nice. Then I have from Rasasi, Jasmin Wisp, Yuqawam Jasmin Wisp, and this is a beautiful fruit, coconut, amber, woody fragrance. I absolutely love it. It's very strong, but yet it's quite nicely blended, but very potent, very sweet, and yet you get that oriental woody vibe in the dry down. So it's definitely a unique of a fragrance. You cannot go wrong with it, really. It's a massive compliment getter. So that's that. Then we have the Glory Mask from Arabesque Perfumes, and this I consider niche. This brand actually kindly sent to me their fragrance. This is how I got to know them, and I must say the presentation is beautiful. You have this wooden packaging with this gorgeous bottle with a nice tassel. Very strong fragrance, as the name suggests. It's very musky. There's rose in here as well, some other woody notes. Beautiful fragrance, again very strong, but not as strong as I would suspect it to be. I thought it would be as strong that it would be not wearable, if you know what I mean. I thought it would be very manly and just unbearable. But it's very nice, I must admit. I really like it. So that's Arabesque Perfumes. Now we can move on to Haramain, and another brand that I am not sure if I can consider niche or not. So that's hard. So still, I feel like they kind of deserve to be here, because they're not, you know, an over-the-counter fragrance at Sephora, if you know what I mean. So the first one I have is Haramain Amber Oud Golden Edition, and this is basically, guys, the dupe for Erba Pura by Xerjoff. It is melon, fruity notes, and very strong musky, woody undertone to the fragrance. It is so potent, I gave it away to my partner. I wasn't able to wear it. This was just too strong for me. Even though it's a fruity fragrance, but it's a very masculine fruity fragrance. So if you like things like that, you're gonna love it. Very strong though, even for me. The next Haramain I actually have to get. I'm back. Okay, I'm back with another Haramain, and this is the Haramain Amber Oud Rouge. And I said previously many times that this is a very good dupe for Baccarat Rouge by Francis Cordejan. However, this is very strong on the oud in the dry down, and you can actually smell it from the very beginning that this is an oudy fragrance. There's a lot of oudy masculine notes added to it, so I would say this is more of a masculine interpretation of Baccarat Rouge 540, and this is Amber Oud Rouge by Haramain. So I have basically 2 of these from that Amber Oud collection. Okay, now I think this is the last Haramain that I have, and this one was kindly sent to me by the brand, and this is by far my favorite from them, and this is Manege Rouge. And this is hands down the best, I don't want to say copy, but the best interpretation of Baccarat Rouge that I have encountered. If you get this one, you can be sure you really do not need Baccarat Rouge the original. I'll be honest with you. The only thing is that if you like that sweetness from Baccarat Rouge, because in here it is amped up by cotton candy and caramel, which I absolutely love. This is definitely my favorite and very strong as well. And as you can see, the bottle is just to die for. Isn't it beautiful? Very, very heavy and definitely not travel friendly. But you know, this is a fragrance to die for. It really is. And comparing prices with Baccarat Rouge, you cannot go wrong with it. This is the best dupe for Baccarat Rouge, in my opinion, because it really gives you that, just that sweetness that you need from Baccarat. So that's that. Alright, another brand. As you can see, I'm going nicely by the brands. Let's move on to Tom Ford, because we need something more contemporary. So from Tom Ford, I have 3 perfumes at the moment, and one of which is a decant. My partner owns a lot more of Tom Ford, but we don't have it here, so I'm just not going to mention it. So the ones that I do own here are Soleil Blanc. No, sorry, it's Orchid Soleil. Orchid Soleil. And this is, as I said many times, the only orchid from Tom Ford that I can stand. All the other ones I just cannot bear at all, even though this one is very tricky to wear sometimes. It's very dusty, there is a strong tuberose note, so you really have to like tuberose to pull this off. You also get this suntan lotion scent to the fragrance as it dries down. And you get that whipped cream that's in the fragrance, which is very nice, and it really blends that fragrance nicely and also saves the perfume, in my opinion, because if there wasn't that whipped cream, I think it would be just a dust ball, really. But I like it. I really like it, and the bottle, to be honest, is just the best. Just beautiful. So that's Orchid Soleil by Tom Ford, and now we have Soleil Blanc. But we have all the Soleil Blanc, and this is, I think, my favorite Tom Ford fragrance, if I'm not mistaken. I do love Lost Cherry, but it doesn't last long, so you know, it's quite disappointing. I do love Tabac Vanille, but again, there is a massive problem with longevity of Tom Ford fragrances, at least on me. This one, even though it's a citrus, and this is the Eau de Toilette, it does last just as long as the Eau de Parfum of the Tom Ford, if you know what I mean, from the Private blend. Because this one is a beast. This one will last you all day. But the Private blend really has a lot of issues when it comes to longevity, and this is not only my opinion. So Eau de Soleil Blanc is one of my favorites. This is a beautiful coconut, very elevated, very bougie summer fragrance. And yeah, I cannot stop wearing it summer. I love it, and the bottle is my favorite bottle of Tom Ford by far as well. Like, these two are just magic for the eye. So Tom Ford, the last one that I have is the one that I don't like, and this is Shanghai Lily, and I got it in a decant. I just don't like it. It, to me, is very vintage smelling. It just smells like my mom in the 90s, if you know what I mean. Some might say that my mom smelled bomb in the 90s, and she did. She really did. But now, to me, it's just, no. So that's Tom Ford. Alright, now let me have a sip of water, because we have a lot to go through. Whew. Okay, guys. I think we can move on to Kilian. And from Kilian, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I do not consider my kind of love range niche, because this is something you can get in Sephora, in other department stores, you know. So I think Kilian My Kind of Love is not something that I will mention here, even though maybe I should. So from My Kind of Love, I do own Princess, I do own Kissing, and I do own After Sunset, and I have backups of them, except from Kissing, because this is not my favorite. But Princess and After Sunset I just love. So these are the ones that I have from the My Kind of Love. But still, I consider this range more of a designer one, you know, because, you know, it's way more available, it's way more inexpensive, and again, you can have it in Sephora. So let's skip on this range, even though it's beautiful and I love it to death. From the actual range of Kilian, the original, I have two, and these are my favorite. And I just don't feel like buying any more because these two are enough for me. There are some smokes and cellars, you know, the range smokes and cellars that I really like. But I feel like these two are, to me, just me. They smell like me. This is how I want to smell. And from the smoky fragrances, woody fragrances, I have nice in my collection already. I might change my mind soon, so don't quote me on that. But the first one that I have, oh, now please don't text me while I'm filming. The first one that I have is Dangereuse Liaisons Typical Me, and this is a beautiful peach fragrance. To me, it's mostly peach. It's a little bit floral, but not too much. It is absolutely intoxicating. It's fresh yet sweet. It's sexy yet girly. Just intoxicating. It's not very strong, even though the longevity is quite decent, around 7 hours. But it's not a very strong fragrance. Despite of that fact, I still love it. And yeah, I'm gonna be repurchasing it for sure. Actually, I'm gonna spray some now because... Oh, I wanna give you a side note. Because you usually ask me or say like, oh, you must smell so good when you're filming. Oh, I wonder what you're wearing when you're filming. And guys, I don't wear any perfume when I'm filming. And I do it on purpose. Because if I would be wearing something, my palette would not be clean. And, you know, I usually spray a lot of fragrances during my video, so I would just suffocate myself. So I just steer away from spraying any perfume when I film. I do shower and I do have lotion on, so probably I do still smell good, but it's not a perfume. Because I need to spray everything, almost everything that I'm talking about, so, you know, I just want to have a clean palette. I just don't want to smell myself too much, you know? I hope it makes sense. So that's Liaisons Dangereuse Typical Me. And the other Kilian that I have, and again I have backups of because this is how much I love it, and this is my ultimate signature scent, and this is Love Don't Be Shy. And again, you only know what the scent does to you if you have it. You know what I mean? If you really experience the fragrance. I really don't like when people say that something's not worth the hype, or, you know, it's just not worth the money if they didn't try it. I did that mistake when I was way younger, like, I don't know, in my 20s, in my early 20s, I probably was like that, but to me it's so ignorant. So I really try to test everything, no matter if it's super cheap or super expensive. To me, I really want to experience something before I share my opinion with you. So, I love, it's really worth the hype. I absolutely adore this scent. It's super long lasting, it's potent, it's sexy, it's feminine. It's honeysuckle and marshmallow. What else can you want? Like, what else can you want? This is just beauty in a bottle, sex in a bottle, femininity in a bottle. It just smells so good. It literally smells like heaven to me. Yeah, and I hope they never discontinue it, and I hope I will never get out of it, you know. I always have to have a backup bottle. So that's love. I talked too much about Love Don't Be Shy, so let's move on quickly to something else. Parfums de Manly. Unfortunately, I only have one fragrance, which is a bummer, because I really have my eye on so many. But you know, I'm just afraid to buy anything more due to my move. But I really want Harrod. Like, if you have Harrod, guys, please let me know what you think, because I feel like this would be so me of a scent, because it has that tobacco vanille vibe. I feel like Harrod would be so good. Anyways, I have Delina, the original. I'm not the biggest fan of Delina exclusive, to be honest. It reminds me of my childhood too much. And this one is the ish. Yeah, it's sexy, feminine. Good rose, good nutmeg, just good. There's vanilla, of course, and that rose. Juicy, there's lychee. Yeah, I really love it. It's a little bit sour, which I absolutely love because I love sour citruses. So, you know, it gives me best of both worlds. So yeah, I love Delina. And I'm really eyeing other ones. Okay. Since we just spoke about a beautiful bottle of Delina, we're gonna move on to another beautiful bottle. And again, I do consider it niche, even though it's cheap, relatively cheap. It's just my opinion, quite hard to get, and you know, it's just very unusual of a brand. And this is Reminiscence, and this is Dragé. This one is Floral Gourmand. We have Orange Blossom here. We have the Dragé and Almond. Beautiful fragrance. I really like it. In all honesty, I probably will not take it to South Africa in my first batch. But if you love fragrances like me, you'll probably fall in love with this. Also, I love mixing these two, the Love Don't Be Shy and Dragé. It just gives a gorgeous blend of a fragrance. So check it out if you haven't already. So yeah, this is a beautiful mixing scent. It's a milky almond scent with some oriental florals, you know, like this orange blossom smell. Another one from Reminiscence is Guimauve, and this is the marshmallow fragrance. To me, it doesn't smell that marshmallowy as I would like to. It's quite of a, I don't want to say it's fresh fragrance because it's not. It's very powdery. It actually even leans soapy. And this is Oriental Gourmand. And this is, again, orange blossom, marshmallow, there's tonka bean, there's some mint in here, there's some lavender. It's a very complex mix of ingredients. But they really do work together, even though it's definitely not something I would call my signature scent. I do fancy it, and I really wanted to have something like that in my collection, if it makes sense. So yeah, not my biggest favorite, but I really love it nevertheless. So that was all from Reminiscence. Will I buy more from the brand? I'm not sure, but I must say the quality is nice and the longevity is nice as well. Okay, so we can move on to Mancera. Let's go with Mancera. I have only 2 fragrances, surprisingly. I was so shocked when I was pulling them all out. Maybe I forgot about something, but I don't know. Okay, so the first Mancera that I got, this was my first Mancera ever, and it is Holidays, and I love this scent, guys. This definitely I will take to South Africa because I need it as soon as I arrive. It's so fun, so summery. This is coconut. This smells like pina colada basically to me. It's tiare flower, very summer-like, beautiful for the beach, for beach parties that I love, for walks in the evening, just perfect for day and night. Super long lasting, very potent scent that will last you over 12 hours. It really did last that long on me, even after shower. So considering it's like a lighter summer fragrance, it's beautiful. And the other Mancera that I have is Velvet Vanilla, and this was recommended to me by you so many times. And this is a beautiful sweet tuberose, and it really just made me sure that I am a tuberose fan, which I never thought I would be, but I really like it. I really like it. And this tuberose doesn't lean dusty, doesn't lean grandma-ish. It's more of a bubblegum kind of tuberose. Of course, there's vanilla in here, so you know, just amps it up, that effect. I really like it. And yeah, this is the one that I'm surely keeping with me. I only have 60 ml, but I'm guessing with the amount of fragrances that I do own, this will last me a while, won't it? I think. So that's Mancera. And we have 2 brands to go through, guys. Only 2 brands left, but a lot of perfumes. So let's go through Montale first. So Montale is a nice batch in here, and there's no Montale that I don't love, to be honest. I just love them all. So let's start. Wait, let me just put my pill nicely. Alright, let's start with the pinks, shall we? So the first pink Montale that I have is a Rose Elixir, and this is a beautiful blind buy, guys, if you are craving Miss Dior Cherie. This is basically Miss Dior Cherie dupe. Absolutely stunning fragrance. I feel like I will definitely repurchase it. What am I saying? It's my 3rd video that I'm recording today, and I feel like I'm losing my mind and voice, so bear with me. So Rose Elixir is strawberry, wild strawberry. It's you know, it's just this Miss Dior Cherie vibe. If you remember Miss Dior Cherie, just get it. Guys, just get it. If you miss that scent, I don't know why they discontinued it. Just get it. I love it. Okay, another pink, Roses Musk. This is a new one in my collection. I just had to get it, you know. I feel like it's a staple from Montale, so I just felt like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it. So yeah, this is basically Roses Musk. It is a little bit similar to Intense Cafe. You get those similar whiffs, and I think it's because of the similar take on the rose, as well as the artificial scent of the Montale in general. So it's quite a sweet rose. It's definitely artificial, as I said. It's musky, it's sweet, very long lasting, very potent. Love it. So that's Roses Musk. Definitely worth purchasing. To me, a safe blind buy. And speaking of Intense Cafe, love this one. This is coffee, rose, vanilla, a little bit of those oriental woodiness in it, but mainly coffee, rose, vanilla. I love it. I love it. Again, another powerhouse. Okay, next we have Sweet Vanilla. So Sweet Vanilla is another favorite of mine. It starts out very apricot-y, like a sour, very realistic apricot, and then it just gets into that artificial vanilla of Montale, which I personally love, so I really do not mind. Very long lasting, a little bit powdery, but not too powdery. It's just a nice blend. From all the vanillas from Montale, I feel like this one is the best, in all honesty. So check out Sweet Vanilla, because I like it. Okay, another sweet fragrance is Chocolate Gritty. And at first I was like, meh, I don't know. But now I love it. I'm obsessed with it. As soon as the colder weather came to Poland, beautiful. It's spicy, it's a powdery cacao. Beautiful. A little bit of dry fruits, a little bit of orange. I love it. Very chocolatey of a fragrance. Definitely a niche smelling fragrance. So that's Chocolate Gritty. And last but not least from Montale, we have Intense Tiare, and this is Ylang Ylang Powerhouse. Strong tropical flower bomb, a lot of yellow flowers, a lot of coconut in here, very strong scent. If you have watched me for a while, you know that I love mixing these two, Mancera Holidays and Intense Tiare. I adore mixing this two. So this is Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc and Intense Tiare. These make the juice of dreams. So if you have them both, check them out. If you don't, still check them out. I highly recommend them. So that's Montale. Last but definitely not least, I still feel like I missed out on something, but deal with me. Last but not least is by Armani Prive, and this is Rouge Malachite or Malachite, however you want to call it. And this is another tuberose in my collection that's very, very strong. The tuberose here is in the dry down, heart and head of the fragrance, so very potent on tuberose. There's some sage, there's some pepper. It is quite similar to Alien, but definitely more elevated. Even though I feel like Alien is a masterpiece, this one you definitely can smell money put into that fragrance, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I love Rouge Malachite. I feel like this one is one of my favorites from the Armani Prive range, and it's also quite long lasting, so I'm very happy with it. So yeah, that's that. And now we can move on to my favorite brand at the moment. I have a monthly obsessions. Last month it was Kilian. This month is Cour de Jean. So cheers to that. And let's roll. So the first Cour de Jean I want to show you is Oud Satin Mood. Love it. As I said already, I can get rid of all my ouds and just leave this one because this gives me everything. This is vanilla, sweet in the dry down, rose oud combination that I love. Very smooth, a little bit powdery. Love it. There's violet in here as well, which makes it unique. So I love Oud Satin Mood. So that's the first one from Cour de Jean. The second one that I want to show you is, of course, my new baby, and this is Baccarat Rouge Extrait de Parfum. And this is dense. This is definitely strong of a fragrance. You can tell that the oils are very, very dense in here. I love it. I love it. There's some bitter almond in here, which makes this perfume a little bit sour. And this is a quality that the original Baccarat Rouge does not have. And I don't think it will be liked by everyone. So as far as to me, of course this is just my opinion, guys. As far as to me, the original Baccarat is a safe blind buy if you like the vibe. This one is not. Still, I think they're very similar. I don't know if I make sense, but I hope I do. It's just that this leans a little bit sour, at least for my nose. Very potent though, which I like. And still very sweet. And of course, guys, last but not least, my Baccarat Rouge 540, which I have in multiples at the moment. I love it. This is very, very potent for people that smell you, not that much for you. As I smell it from the cap, of course I can smell it, and I smell it just as much. I can smell the extracts, but as soon as you put on your skin, this is a molecular fragrance, so it can make you know, it can make a trick on you. But nevertheless, I feel like it's beautiful, and it is potent, it has longevity, it has sillage. You know, you just have to be aware of a few things about this one. But I love it. It's sweet, it is unique, it has saffron, that jasmine, it's ambery in the dry down, and it has that burnt sugar kind of quality to it, which I just die for. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. That's a lot of niche perfumes, I must say. I didn't think I had that many. I thought I'm more of a designer girl, but apparently I'm not. Not anymore. I don't know what's happening. What's happening, guys? What's happening? I think it's because of you. I'm just gonna blame it on you guys. Okay, so I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me what is your favorite niche fragrance, and if there's anything you like from my collection. And I'll probably do the designer collection as well, so please give this video a thumbs up if you want the designer full collection of fragrances. I'll be happy to do that. So yeah, I'm waiting for your response on that, and see you guys in the next video. Bye!